Morning. Um, I have a realization this morning, an epiphany. So even though I'm not camera ready or anything, I just wanted to share it and see if it helped you. Well, I know it will help you because this is a big deal. My husband has been teaching the physics classes this year, physics lessons this year to the ninth and 10th grader, and he's learning a lot. So because I have the background of the public school teaching and then years and years of teaching, I assumed that it was kind of a natural thing to know what do you do first, what do you do second. And so a lot of us started homeschooling when the kids were little, and so it is kind of natural. You teach the kid and then they do the work, and you teach the kid and then you do the work. But if you are in the position of having high schoolers and this is your first time to teach them, you might not know that you want to present the lesson first and then have the children read the textbook or follow up with the work. So if you have something that you want to explain to them, whatever it is, we sit down for lesson one, you want to tell them what they need to learn audibly, orally first. If you're the one that's dishing out the information. In this case, my husband is reading the chapter and then giving them his anecdotes and his explanation and things like that. And then they'll go and read the chapter afterwards. So that's how a typical lesson would go for the best absorption. If you do it backwards, where you have the child read first and then you try to explain it or fill in the gaps, you end up undoing, you have to undo confusion or, like I said, fill in gaps. So it's much better to explain from your human point of view what the most important parts are of the lesson, what you want them to remember, what you remember from learning it and why. And then they go and confirm what you've taught them by reading it. So they're like, oh, this is solidifying what my dad or my mom just told me. And so it's very comfortable. So that's a real basic thing that I was silly. I thought, you don't know what you know if you've known it for a long time, and you don't know what you don't know. So here's the basics, nuts and bolts of teaching. Tell them first, then let them read the lesson. Tell them what they're about to learn. Then they go back and say, oh yeah, I learned that. Okay, it's a real quick, seriously, Suzanne, the basics of how to put together a lesson. I don't know how to stop this.